They were both on their way, each knowing they'd meet on some other day. Oh, let me see something here. Wait, we can start that from the beginning there. Do, 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 do. Okay, what the hell's going on? Why do we lose our background? Stop losing our background, please. There we go. Oh shit, that's the wrong thing in front of me. Alright. Oh crap. God damn it. God damn it, Elizabeth. Alright, shoot. Faggottini. Hey, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Trying to get this. What the hell is going on with this? Well, why you do this to me? I guess that's good enough, though. You guys can see. You guys can see the chat and everything. I think what it comes down to is we aren't allowed to have. Of course, I miss Filthy Frank. I mean, whenever I say that, I add the addendum that I completely understand why he did what he did, and that he why he doesn't want to make the sketch comedy vids anymore. But miss him, yeah, he was one of the best ever. Hey, Jeff's in, money's in. I guess we had notifications go out pretty good for the last stream for the Grand Theft Auto stream, so I guess we couldn't expect to have it two streams in a row. Susan can't be sending out notifications all the time. She's busy. She's got stuff to do. Hey, Seth and Majin. But at some point during the stream, I'm sure they'll go out. And Sleaze? No notification. I figured money. Typically, when you guys come in at this pace, it usually means that next to no notifications went out. And it's just you guys finding it on the home page or having it recommended to you or something like that. I just saw the thumbnail. Yeah, you know what? I gotta make some more. I gotta make some more generic thumbnails for my streams because I get set to do it. It's like, this one obviously is not a game, so I don't have the gaming ones made up or anything. It's like, oh, what can I give for a thumbnail when we're just gonna sit here and talk? And I didn't have anything, so what I'm getting just something of me, a wrestling one of me, right? Wasn't it? What happened to Spaz Kid? None that I know. He's out there. He's at college right now because he's an RA, and he's got to work for. He's got to work. He went back Thursday, and he works till Wednesday, and then he can come home again for 5 days. Yeah, like I say, guys, that's not them not sending out any notifications. Certainly isn't anything new to us. Let's see. You guys got me curious. I can't remember what the hell, which picture I used for the thumbnail now. That's how bad the memory is. Now that was just that was that was a few minutes ago, and I already can't remember what the hell it was. Oh wait, it was just the one in the ring going like this for whatever reason. Yes, I think that was the beginning of a really long night. That's the night that me and the guy I was wrestling, the guy I was working with, Dave, him and I got written up, had a little write up about us in one of the national wrestling magazines for what we did that night. It was bad. It was really bloody. It was really violent. It was definitely over the top. If they don't send out the notifications soon, I'll post something in the community tab of the channel and we'll see. But again, this isn't uncommon. How do I achieve that shine on my glory? Actually, Maz, it's a pain in the ass trying to get a shine on my giant bald head because even at my age, the hair grows in so goddamn fast. I have to shave it constantly. Yeah, like I say, Slice, it's one of those days where usually the notifications will go out at some point during the stream. We'll see. Oh, you're gonna become a cop? Good for you, Dylan. Very good. That's cool. Now when you say you're gonna be becoming a cop soon, are you going to the academy soon, or have you worked your way through the academy and you're gonna actually be an officer soon? Have you? Ma says The beard still looks good. Well, thanks, Raging. You've been shaving your noggin since you were 14. I haven't had it consistently throughout, obviously, but the first time I shaved mine, I was 15. Yeah, so just a year older. I was 15. I did it at the end of one summer before I went back to school because I thought it'd be something good to a good excuse for starting fights because I was kind of messed up that way. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Daylight Gamer. Hopefully, oh, you're going to the academy. Cool. No, that's good. I think that's an excellent career path. And it's also something that typically, because obviously police are employed by municipalities, typically the benefits are still pretty good in a society where it's very, very difficult to get decent benefits anymore. Can I still hit a wrestling promo? Oh, I'm sure I could if I mean, Computer Junkie, I'm used to, whether it's here on camera with you guys or going back out to do stand up, I'm still used to being up in front of people. So, and no matter what, again, whether it's here doing this or doing stand up, you still gotta be able to improvise, be able to create on the spot. So I'm sure I could if I wanted to. Let's see. Deadly Twister, no. That's on, oh gosh, why is the name going on my head? Oh, because it's not on Papa Frank's page. I forgot which one of the guys had it on their page, but he had mentioned at one point in the past how he didn't care for reaction videos, and I don't do that. I don't, if you know somebody doesn't really care for reaction videos, I think that's wildly disrespectful to go ahead and make a reaction video out of their stuff anyway. Skate, any advice on explaining parents splitting up to young children? My best advice on that, because most of you guys know I went through a divorce. My best advice on that is, as difficult as it is, you got to be honest with them. Don't paint a picture to be something it's not, but not brutally honest. They don't need to know every detail of why you're splitting up, but just tell them, mom and dad are going to be separate. And more important than anything else is just the constant reassurance that it has nothing to do with them, that they're not the cause of it in any way, because that's where kids go to in their minds immediately, is they think that, their first thought process is, oh man, I was bad, and that's why mom and dad are splitting up. Almost every kid goes through that. So you just need to give them a lot of reassurances that it's not their fault. If at all possible, you try and maintain as much of a decent relationship with your ex as you can, and just on behalf of the kids. I know that's way, way easier said than done. But as far as advice goes, that would be my best advice. Sit them down. If you have a good enough relationship with your ex, sit them down all together. Explain to them, that sometimes these things just, moms and dads don't stay together forever. Things just don't work out. But really, really reinforce that whole concept that they're not to blame, and, that you guys, each parent still loves them unconditionally and fully. It just didn't work out between the two of you. Igor says, I always wanted to become a pro wrestler. How do you manage to pull off the punch without actually knocking the other guy's teeth out? Well, that's everybody's got different methods, Igor, for their punches. Everybody's got their own way of doing it. I had a little advantage there because I started in boxing. I was into boxing before I was into wrestling. So I knew how to throw punches. And I would warn guys, the one story I told you, told you guys a while back, I don't know if you saw it or not. It was kind of a funny story about it, is I would throw my punches really, really hard and just short. So I would tell guys, like the story I told about the one kid I was working there, we had a spot where I was going to send him to the ropes with punches. We were in the middle of the ring. I told him, count. I'm going to throw 4. Do not, because the idea is to throw the punches. He goes to the ropes. I take his hand and send him off. But guys will, when you go to send them to the ropes, they'll lean in to give you their hand, which is exactly what you don't want them to do. You don't want it to look more fake, any more fake than need be or anything. So it's like, leave your hands at your sides. You're getting punched. I'll take your hand and send you. So I said, count the punches. Don't lean in. So I said, there'll be 4. So I go 1, 2, 3. He gets back to the ropes. Before I could, as I'm throwing number 4, he leans in to give me his hand, and he got jacked right in the eye. and then he apologized to me for it later because he had fucked up. But everybody throws them different. You you stay within your comfort zone because you need to take care of that other guy. I took care of him as best I could by telling him what to do. If he can't do it or forgot to do it, that's on him. But other guys have different ways of doing it. Some guys will throw a punch up to the throat and just slap the back of their hand against the chest as they go. Just keep the other guy safe. And the biggest thing is with punches, kicks, anything like that, you always have to remember that speed is your friend. If you do it fast enough, there's less chance of anybody seeing that you didn't actually make contact. But again, that was something that came easy to me because of the hours and hours and hours I spent hitting the heavy bag and still spend hitting the heavy bag, all the hours I spent in the ring. So, once you know how to throw punches, it wasn't that hard to make sure that they come up short. Hey, Pavok from Russia. Good to see you, my friend. The moves are real, but the outcome winners are staged. Yeah, well, Caleb, it's as Caleb points out there, wrestling is equal parts theater and violence. You need to be in shape. You are going to take a hell of a beating on your body, but yeah, it's scripted. That's how, and in wrestling, we can guarantee that you have a good show. Yeah, it's unlike whatever any sport that is an actual contest. You might go to a Super Bowl and it's 35-0 at halftime and it's over and it sucks. At least with wrestling being a show, we can guarantee you're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be back and forth and you're gonna get your money's worth. Daylight Gamer says it also makes me laugh how you get ads to do with old people and like health shit. Is that what they're giving on this one? Probably because of the way I titled it. Oh, what was somebody got in the comments section just the other day, somebody got an ad for, was it birth control or something like that? Ma says, or just pull the Stan Hansen on fucking blind gimmick and clobber the shit out of your opponent. Yeah, Stan Hansen was stiff. He was ridiculously stiff. And see, I never minded stiff. I just don't like when you cross over to where you're taking a chance on hurting somebody to where they can't get up and work the next day. When guys are traveling and making their living doing that, getting hurt is part of wrestling. Getting injured is not. So, violence is entertainment in my book. Yeah, me too, Duke. That's why my matches were all of the what we now call hardcore nature. We didn't have a name for it back then. We were just beating the shit out of each other. My favorite One Piece antagonist? Antagonist, I'm thinking protagonist. Well, it depends. The one I hate the most is Arlong. I hate Arlong. He's such a piece of shit. Although, our boy Spandex here is starting to rival him. So favorite? I don't know. Even though I'm right in the midst of watching Luffy fight Lucci, and of course I'm all about Team Luffy, Lucci's still a really good antagonist. He's a quality villain, so I kind of like him. I don't know, I'd have to think about it to see if he's my very favorite, though. Igor, have you ever performed moves from the top rope? Oh, sure, all the time. I was and still is afraid of bumps. If I ever want to become a wrestler, I will overcome that fear. Yeah, and that's what it is, Igor. It's just a matter of getting over it. It's like anything else. We have certain things, everybody does, have certain things that we just have an innate fear of. It's not that bad. You'll once you get used to taking your standard bumps, a lot of times what we'll do with guys off the top rope, you need to have a school that has a crash pad. So start taking your bumps off the top onto the crash pad first. Then when you get enough confidence, just remove the crash pad and go from there. Did I have a signature move when I wrestled? Yeah, I used several different ones. I had one that was called the Punchline. That was a modified martial arts style heart punch. I had the Bellyache, which was a reverse power slam. You pick the guy up so his back's on my shoulder and then drive him down into the mat. Those are my two favorite ones. Oh, Buggy? I love Buggy's a riot. Flashily. He's a flashily riot. I have a message from Boo. Boo says, "Who are you? Who are Boo?" Do you watch Filthy Frank too? No, I haven't gotten into that. I have nothing against the guy. I just never really got motivated to watch it. The original Filthy Frank was just fantastic, but to watch somebody else doing Filthy Frank stuff just really never interested me that much. It amazed me how the wrestlers can talk to each other without anyone knowing. Niall says, yeah, well, that's a talent in and all of itself. I mean, that's something you really work on. That's why I used to like working. You guys remember Jimmy Snuka? It was always fun with him because when you have Snuka or a guy like him, and especially since when I worked him and I were both old, so we'd put plenty of rest spots in the match. And we'd be in a rest spot, like I'd be sitting on the mat, he'd have me in a chin lock, and he had all that hair. He'd just throw his hair over, and it got real easy because nobody could see either one of our faces. But yeah, if you're good at it, it's more than anything else is you don't need to use many words. That's when it gets a lot easier. You know, when you can just give a 2-word phrase, and the guy you're working is going to know exactly what you want. That's when it gets really easy. Let's see. Oh, hell, Daily Gamer talking to you guys is my favorite part of having the YouTube channel. And we only just started doing all these streams simply because I finally got everything working here to where we had enough of a signal, that we could do it. We were constantly having lag, and gaming on the stream had become impossible. And that's what I've been wanting to do. And especially now with the Minecraft, with the hardcore mode and GTA 5 that we were playing earlier. And I still want to get a chance to stream some more Modern Warfare because I still like playing Modern Warfare. I'm thinking, though, maybe I've got it on PS4. I think the streams, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get on PS4, see what you guys think. If the streams look okay there. Obviously, it'll still be a better stream because I have my PS4 hardwired into the internet as well. Yeah, maybe I'll give it a try on there. Nah. Jeff, what do snowmen eat for breakfast? Frosted Flakes. You blade much? Because that forehead seems pretty untouched compared to some other older wrestlers. No, I unfortunately, I bladed a lot. And as much as I bladed, I bled hard way an awful lot. I'm very fortunate that even as I got older, I had a good elasticity in my skin. So I didn't have a lot of scars. And then as I got older, the scars I do have kind of blended because I always cut this way. So a lot of them have blended right in with the lines in my forehead. So it worked out good. Doing good, Haroon. Let's see. The major problem, I'm afraid of blood, Igor says. When I was 4, I got bitten on both legs by a big-ass dog. Oh. And I required 80 stitches in each leg. Holy shit, they're covered in blood. That's why it's fear. Yeah, when you have something like that early on in life, that's tough to overcome. It is. See, my own blood has never bothered me. Exposure to any type of blood doesn't, I don't pass out or anything. I just, obviously, if it's my children or something, you get that rush of adrenaline. But I think, especially with the wrestling, because I bled so often, it got to be something that you didn't really think about anymore because it was a constant thing. It's just like Spaz Kid, and he's got a fear of needles, and that was because I had told you guys that story before of a bad experience he had when he was little, and that stuff stays with you. B Green says, "Oh yeah, I've seen how you bleed in pictures. Yeah, it's too bad I don't have more of them. You know, back when I was wrestling, the whole world didn't have phones or cameras on their phones and everything, so there are a lot of really gruesome nights that are lost in every place but my badly damaged memory." DBZ Abridged, yeah, I am. I love. Well, you guys know that DBZA is just fantastic. Have you pulled an Eddie Guerrero like the Great American Bash 2004? He bled like a pig. Oh yeah, I get a pretty good flow going, and probably the worst bleeding I ever did was when the movie I made, One Last Kill. I told you guys this story, but I put a slash in my forehead the day before we were doing the long day of shooting because it had to match up with a cut I had prior. Long story short, I wanted it to look gruesome, so that one bled a lot, but it looked gruesome. Yamcha, I've been there before. We were going to get you a Senzu, and he's dead. No, I never met John Cena, HD. Nope, I did not. When he was in the Indies, he was mostly on the West Coast, and I was Northeast. You know, I know a lot of the work he did, even though he's from the Northeast. He did a lot of work in the West Coast right before he made it to the WWE, and when he was working the Indies in the Northeast area when he was very first starting out, it wasn't around the same time that I was. All those memories are lost in time like chairs in the face. Yeah, pretty much. I like the Dragon shorts. True. I think they're fun. Well, everything TFS does is fun. They're so funny. Excuse me, Poppy. I have an acid burn scar on my cheek. Ooh, acid burns are well. Any type of burns are just nasty, nasty. Ma says DDP once had to have Scotty Steiner hardway him because he lost his blade during the match, and WCW ended up using a camera angle where you couldn't see his bloody face. Oh man, oh, that sucks. So he had him gimmick him up, and then they didn't even use it. Well, that sucks. I just want to open that. I just want to be open the idea of being up because I feel I don't. Papa Hans. Well, that's very nice of you to say. Listen, I love again. This is doing this stuff. The live streams and stuff is my favorite part of having the YouTube channel. I just enjoy talking with you guys and things like that. Just knowing that that watching the videos gives you guys a lift here or there, just makes you feel more welcome. There's nothing more complimentary to me than that. Hey Curtis, did you see Brooke Tessmacher Stinkface movie before? No, I haven't seen that one yet, K3. I can't even imagine. Because if not, Charles, I didn't see the first part of that. Duke Devlin says, I fractured my elbow on a trampoline a while back. I got my arm caught in the spring. Ew! My arm twisted like a toothpaste bottle. Yowza! That's grisly just to even think about. Every time I read that name, Duke Devlin, though, I hear that I hear the theme music in my head. You guys probably do too. Would I be mad if people banned anime? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It certainly would, Zach. I don't think there's any chance of that. I mean, not in civilized societies anyway. What would banning any type of entertainment is a line we don't want to cross. No, the new Gamer Poop Skyrim video, I'll watch that as a reaction video on the channel. It's sometime coming up. Who's cooler, Alucard or Perfect Cell? Ooh, I don't know, Alexis. That's tough. Those are two of my favorites right there. Well, we're strictly saying who's cooler. Perfect Cell might be a little cooler, but Alucard is one of my all-time favorite characters. Yeah, Has Been Hotel HD. We have a reaction video to it posted. It was really, really funny. Igor says, I'm glad you're playing GTA. I literally learned English by playing GTA San Andreas. San Andreas is still my favorite version of that game. No joke, school didn't teach me, GTA did. I just started repeating what they said and boom, we're in English. I've heard that before from other people, Igor, that I've heard a number of people learning English through playing video games. It's kind of cool. It really is. Oh, yeah, when Rikishi gave Trish Stratus a stink face? Yeah, Rikishi's stink face, man. That thing stunk when you were even just watching it on TV. Just Rikishi had himself quite a big ass. Edgy Man Curtis, why are you standing out in the woods during a blizzard? Aren't you cold? Nah, too many damaged brain cells. Don't send the signal for cold anymore. Maz learned English through Cartoon Network. That's cool too. Learning it through the cartoons. I learned a lot of things from cartoons because I have been a cartoon freak from the word go from the time I was a little kid. Always been huge. Excuse me. Niall, the stink face can't have been nice to take. No, it cannot have been nice to take. And just knowing the nature of the business, it had to be like a running gag. Had to be. I mean, the guys in the back had to be laughing their asses off when they knew they had to take the stink face. For me, anyway, wrestling locker rooms are the most inappropriate, non-PC, wild, wild west places you'll ever see. And that's one of the reasons I love the business. Hi, P2. Good to see you again. Elephant Man, how do I feel about Iran? Well, that's complicated. About the Iranian people, I have no issue with them. Unfortunately, have you guys seen what? That's a interesting thing to bring up right now, Elephant Man. Let me look something up real quick. I can't remember what it was. If you guys haven't seen, oh, excuse me, I got a tickle in my nose. There is, oh, that's a terrible tickle. The biggest trending hashtag on on Twitch, I'm sorry, on Twitter right now is hashtag Iranians detest Soleimani. It's really interesting hashtag to check. There's so many people from the Middle East utilizing that hashtag, and it's really eye opening to see what people over there honestly think, because it's not what we get fed from the Iranian government. That's for goddamn sure. And there's a lot of people on there. And then, of course, you'll have people, because there's a lot of people over here in America that feel it was terrible that, we took out, that a terrorist was taken out. And then you see the people that live there, and so many of them saying, it was the greatest thing ever as far as they were concerned because of what he represents and what he had done to his own people. And then you'll have, again, these lunatics over here who are defending him, saying, "Oh, it's just a bot. It's just a bot trend. The only reason it's trending is because the bots promote it." And then you click on the individual links of these people who are using the hashtag, and you can see where they've had their accounts for ages. Most of what they write is in Persian. And they've been talking politics for months, years, but us here in America, because, so many Americans know everything. Well, no, it's just that it's not legit. That we did something horrible over there, and no Iranian would ever support it. A lot of this country is just so fucked up. Hey, Azure. Oh, that's so true, Duke. I feel like media is kind of double-edged sword. It connects everyone, but it spreads false information and hate. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and social media, too, is one of the greatest advancements and one of the worst things ever, as far as I'm concerned. Hi, Uncle Curtis. My mom got her wedding ring stuck inside my mom. Got her wedding ring stuck inside my mom. What should I do? I don't think that came out the way you wanted it to. I'm not sure how to advise you on that one. Yeah, Big Green. It's a bot trend. That's what they're all coming up with now. It's like, and if you could take a second and put the politics aside and just read some of the posts within that hashtag, it's really, I mean, for me, being, over here in America and detached from life over there, it's fascinating to see. Did you watch The Strongest Disciple? Kenichi? No, I haven't seen that, Garon. I have not. That name sounds kind of familiar. I wonder if we talked about it before. Niall, 99% of Americans are so stupid. It's just, and boy, Niall, doesn't social media give them the perfect platform to demonstrate that stupidity? It's frightening. Make my own list of favorite anime and characters. I don't know. I might get around to it at some point. Igor, World War III would be weird. I mean, we have social media. Imagine speaking to members of our enemy's country through the internet. You're right. You're right. I mean, that would be bizarre. I don't think we're in any imminent danger of a World War III. But yes, that concept is really, really bizarre. Well, thanks, Oscar. I appreciate that. It's nice of you to say. Maya says, people in general are stupid, not an American thing. That's fair. That's fair. Protham says, I watched Kenichi, and damn, that anime is underrated, but it's so good. I think people have brought that one up to me before because the name sounds familiar, but no, I haven't seen any of it yet. Wow, that's kind of cool. P2 says, a woman is sending a nude pic of her to people who are donating $10 at least to Forest Fire Relief Relief Funds. She is heroic, if you ask me. She raised a lot of money. She is, honestly. And, guys, obviously, I love boobies more than almost anything, so there's an ulterior motive, but yeah, that is absolutely heroic. Whatever it takes to get people to do it, I'm all for it. Omega, I'm sure there's a few bots in there, but there's too many for them to all be bots. Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing, Omega. In anything that trends, obviously, bots have the potential to be a part of it. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, way, way too many. And again, the biggest thing about it is it's so easy to look at a lot of the commenters, see their history on Twitter, and know that they're not bots. It's not hard to figure out. Igor, one line from The Amazing World of Gumball that applies to real life. War does not determine who is right, only who is left. and that came newborn. Yeah, it's there's actually a lot of great quotes from Amazing World of Gumball. It's one of my favorites. Enrico, did you have a good start in 2020? Yeah, I did. Me, not honestly. Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. No, my 2020 has been good so far. Again, I come on. I'm a very fortunate guy. This is what I get to do with my life every day. You can't ask for anything much better than that. Really, Wild Horse? Wild Horse says your background is the view out my window. We had some snow early, real early this morning, but not like what we got in the background here. But no, I probably got a little under an inch, and we got a little under an inch of snow too, plus my little under an inch. Haven't had a haircut in 6 months, Poppy? Yeah, like I say, this stuff it amazes me to this day how fast this shit still grows in. HD says humans are pretty stupid, aren't they? They certainly can be. HD, they certainly can be. Caleb, how would you rate 2019 from 1 to 10? Ooh, well, see, I'm not sure what you mean. How would I rate 2019 as far as how 2019 affected the world, or personally, how did my life go in 2019? For me, 2019 was a solid 8.5 for me personally. It was a good year. Um, Overall, I don't know. I'd have to think about it overall. Slowly, Azure. He says, by the way, Curtis, are you getting used to GTA 5's controls? That's one of the things that's tough for me is because, again, the short-term memory loss. I have to have so much repetition on like button combinations and stuff like that in video games. That's one of the things that makes it hard for me. But yeah, it's getting there. um, Travis says, will you be playing GTA 5 online on the channel after you beat the story mode? Also, are there any games you would consider streaming in the future as well? I don't know. I'll have to see. I wouldn't be against playing story mode. Some people are telling me they didn't like it, but I might give story mode a chance. Oh yeah, there'll be other games I'd actually like. I think once we get caught up in what we're watching now, I'd kind of like to do a scary game again. I like doing the scary games. I'd like to find one that's not super super long, but has some really good jump scares and stuff in it. Let's see. Duke Dillon. People say we've gotten more violent, but if you look at history, the only difference between now and then is we can share it better. Oh, yeah. And I agree with that, Duke. And you hear that all the time now that this era or what we're living now is the most violent societies ever. But it's not even close. I mean, people tend to forget about things like the Spanish Inquisition and, Romans feeding Christians to lions. Humanity has always been violent. Always been violent. Hold on just a second. Let me see what Corey said. Oh, did you find a village yet? I did, Corey, and we rejected it. I decided not to stay there. The houses were just like so. But what I did do, I've got my little paper here I told you guys about. I marked its coordinates, and I'm building a cave home in this area we found that was just really pretty and picturesque. And once I get that built, I'm probably gonna go back to the village and imprison some villagers because I'm an asshole. Right now, the next, and it should be tomorrow. The next Minecraft we do, I'm looking forward to because I found a big cave when I was mining in my new house there, and I'm gonna go down. I guess I'm gonna go down into that cave, light it, try and get it all lit up, and kill anything that's in there that's going to come after me and hopefully not die. And then I want to mine that cave. But I'm scared because, man, I got a lot done now. If I die in that hardcore mode, I'm going to be so wrecked. Omega Project says, any big trends are going to have some bots. That's how bots work. They hit the trends to get attention. Right, exactly, Omega. Right, you're 100%. And that's why it's funny because, again, and people do it on both sides of the political aisle. If they see a trend, something trending that they don't like, they'll point to the bot accounts they can find on there and say, see, it's all bots. And it's like, but just like you said, that's the nature of bots. They do not necessarily start a trend, they attach themselves to a trend. But reading that hashtag is really fascinating right now. It is to me anyway. I was just really enjoying reading that and reading people's personal stories of what goes on in Iran. Dalton, Minecraft Islands, kill everything close by. Well, see, when I would have I always cheated basically because I would have my own server. And I would just be in God mode, so I could do whatever I want, whenever I wanted, fly around. And now I went right from that to playing hardcore mode, and you get a respect for the game. Then, especially now, I'm deep enough in, deep enough in, I'm deep enough in that I don't want to lose what I got here. So going down into that cave is, yeah, I'm really, I got a lot of trepidation about it, but I got to do it. I played some Danganronpa, but I didn't finish it. Yakuza, no, I haven't. But Danganronpa, I played some of. You should react to funny cats videos. Oh, the train is always around. I'm surprised we haven't heard it, Protham. We're 35 minutes into a stream. Wow, that's actually close to a record. Oh, you gotta go, Caleb. I'll see you later, pal. Well, I wonder if no, because it hasn't been snowing that heavy. That doesn't have anything to do with it. But yeah, it's unusual for us to go this long without hearing a train. Soviet Wombo, I think I've watched Soviet Wombo. I think I've watched videos from. I believe that name sounds familiar. Maybe even back when we could do the old uh, reaction video streams. Ricky Gervais was great, and I'm really glad that Brad finally won. CD says, yeah. Oh, Ricky Gervais was on point. That was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. And I just heard about Brad winning. My wife told me because I was only watching I only started watching the show after I had seen online what Ricky Gervais had said, so I was just watching it here and there, but I didn't see Brad Pitt had won. It's 2:26 a.m. where you are? Wow. I give you props for having some tenacity then. My dead old ass to be sleeping. It was 2:26 a.m. I remember the train from one oh hold on a second, I missed that. I remember the train from 1.5-year-old streams and your hatred for Kabuto. Yeah, I couldn't stand Kabuto through most of Naruto. Oh, excuse me. One of the Yakuza games, Maz says, had legit Japanese porn stars doing softcore porn streams in game. That's pretty cool. I like that. And I think Asian women are so gorgeous anyway. General Noodle, who wins in a fight? Fully powered Naruto versus Frieza Saga Goku. I've never been much for that matching up power levels, but especially that I don't. There's no for this reason. You're talking two entirely different worlds. Fully powered Naruto still, I don't think, scrapes the surface of the base power levels that are in Dragon Ball. So I've never been that big in as far as for me anyway. For me, trying to determine who would win a cross-platform fight. Let's see. P2 says I can't have Patreon, so I don't know. Have you been enjoying Attack on Titan? It's one of my favorites. Oh, it's fantastic, P2. I really liking it more than I even thought I would because you guys know. Fortunately, I had seen Slap on Titan the abridged, but it's one of those rare occasions where the brain damage worked in my favor, and I've just forgotten so much of it, which works out well actually when you're watching the series. But because I had seen the abridged, you have certain ideas, I guess, in your mind about what it'll be or what it'll be about, and it's so surpassed everything I had hoped for. It's really good. And right now I just watched where Aaron was in court there, and they were deciding what to do with him, and he's gonna oh god, what's that crew called? The ones that operate outside the gate, Survey Corps, and the Survey Corps was able to get him into their ranks, and so now I get to see them going out and Titan Aaron having to prove himself. Excuse me. Protham, thoughts on Mikasa rate? Mikasa is not necessarily waifu material to me, only because she just looks too. I don't even know how old her character is supposed to be. She just looks too young, and that's not a thing for me. As far as character, she's one of my favorites. I've been saying that in the show or in the reaction videos. Mikasa's a badass. I love her badassery. I love her devotion to her friends, specifically to Aaron. Oh yeah, she's a fantastic character. Uh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Michael Wolfscar or Michael Wolfscar, would you consider doing a series on mental illness conversation with your audience? Sure, but it doesn't even have to necessarily be a series specifically on that. You guys in any of these open chats we do, like this one today, I'll have a topic, but you can talk about anything you want. If there's anything mental health related or something like that that you want to bring up, I'm more than happy to talk about it. 15 is she, Jeff? I don't even know the age. All I know is just, again, she just looks way too young to be considered waifu material for me. But as a character, she's just freaking fantastic. Yeah, One Punch Man. I watched the entire first season, Tyler. I just got to get opportunity to watch season 2. I got to find. I got several things I want to fit in at the Goosh now, and I don't know how I'm going to fit them in. That's what she said. Because I got season 4 of High School DxD to watch yet. Soon they'll have caught up on My Hero Academia, and I'll have to fit that in. So, yeah, I got to figure out where I'm going to get all this stuff in there. Season 2 of One Punch Man, I'd like to get in. Doing good, S-Girl. Thanks for asking. Kaiji? No, that one I don't know. That name's not familiar to me at all. Anime sure is wacky with their young, hot-looking characters, Big Green says. We'll be studying the legal aspects of the mental health care industry tomorrow. Really, Maz? That's interesting. Well, anything mental health, psychology, I'm very interested in that stuff anyway. Fit that in. Michael Wolfscar, I love your style of comedy and DBZ reaction. Unfortunately, that's all I've gotten to on your channel, but I've gotten to Frieza Saga. That was great. That DBZA is just TFS. Team 4 Star is just brilliant. Yeah, you could say that probably. He says, so Curtis, you're more of a MILF person. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't. Yeah, you'd have to say so because I've even made comments before about I'm a college football nut. And I knew I got old because it's been for several years now. They'll take a shot of the cheerleaders on the sideline, and it's no longer something alluring to me. It's just like, oh, those are pretty young girls. And it's like, wow, I'm old because it just seems like I look at them as just, they make me happy because they're such pretty young faces and it makes you feel good inside. But there's no sensual nature to it at all because I've gotten so goddamn old. And those are girls that are all of legal age. They're in college, but it's just too young for me now. So yes, I'd say definitely more of a MILF person. Well, Police Girl's an exception, Azure. She's an exception on so many levels. Omega says, I always wonder how many of these politicians understand social media. They use it, but I don't think they get it. I agree with you completely. Oh, so many of these politicians completely fumble away the opportunities that social media presents to them. I could not agree more with that, Omega Project. Yes, they are abysmal at utilizing them. I'm going to do some more Susie stories, Brother E, on the channel. As soon as I get a chance to. There's tons of funny Susie stories. We'll definitely do more of them. Let's see. Igor says, hold up, did I hear React and DxD together? Patreon only. I'm poor, for fuck's sake. Send us some redirect videos. I can't, Igor. That's not... oh, shit. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Well, I was doing that, but that's what happened. I started giving everybody the redirects to was it Hunter x Hunter? Yeah, Hunter x Hunter. And that's how we got our Vimeo account closed because somebody ratted out through that. So now that was the last method I have for trying to share reactions, anime reactions over at the YouTube channel. And that one got, because that threw such a wrench in the works for us over at the Goose when the Vimeo account got closed. So I don't dare try anything like that again. But we that's what we were doing. I'll tell you, I know there are other reactors that do things similar to the way I do, and I also know they have Vimeo accounts. Man, if I was them, I would be scared because if you know any of them, you might want to tell them on the down low. Don't let it be seen in public that it's something they make sure they have everything backed up, because if Vimeo finds out that they're posting reaction videos, because this didn't used to be, because I went round and round with them about it. When I signed up for it, that was not their policy, and now they've changed it. If they find out that they're doing reaction videos, they're going to close their account. Yeah, Mega's been great, Igor. Mega's been great, because Mega's stance on it, at least right now, is exactly what it should be. If you have a problem with something that's posted here, don't tell us, tell the person who posted it. That's what I want them to do. Send them to me. But people that think that we're not doing something within fair use try and take that shortcut and just try and cut you off at the knees by going to the provider, which is bullshit. But yes, if Vimeo finds out that's what they're posting, they will close them down. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, P2. That's why I had to stop it, and that's why there aren't any more. Because I'd be glad to do that, post you guys redirects, but now I have to be careful. Even the comment section, like in the comment section of the YouTube channel, I'll have gooshers in there just asking me this, asking me that, and you'll see when I respond, I usually tell them, ask them to please shoot me a PM over at the Patreon, at the Goosh, because I try and keep any discussion about anything we're doing there away from the general public now. So we redirect some DXD to Mega. I don't mean to annoy, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Igor. I don't want to put Mega links out where people can see it. That's how we got busted. See, so if I were to do the same thing I did with Vimeo, which is make some of those Vimeo links available, it's just asking for a problem, and I'm not going to ask for any extra problems. I know, again, I like Mega's stance on these things, but to me, to start posting links to the Mega videos is just asking for more problems. I know. I wish I could. Like I said, I wish I could do it. Mega has been a great experience. Love how you can even customize how you want to watch the videos. Yeah, it's been better than I thought it was going to be, Brother E, to be honest with you. I had reservations about it at first, but it has been good. The only downside is, and it's not, to me, it's not a big one, is you can't do the thumbnails. But I think that's a small price to pay, like you say, for some of the other benefits we get from it. Yeah, and that's what it was, Big Green, and that's how they found our Vimeo account, was just because I made some of the links public, because I was trying to let some of the YouTube gang see it. If things were done properly and these companies had to go about the whole copyright thing in the traditional channels the way it's supposed to be done, we wouldn't have had any problems. But YouTube and now Vimeo give in to them, and they say, well, we don't care if you did it within fair use. We don't want the problem, so wash our hands to you type thing. Favorite Mark Wahlberg movie? Oh, I don't know, Dennis. I'd have to think back. Right off the top of my head, his filmography won't come to me without thinking more about it. If I could choose only one waifu, yeah, I don't think, Igor, I'd be able to narrow it down to that. There's too many that I really, really enjoy. I mean, obviously, Sarah Victoria is right at the top of that list, because not only is she insanely hot, I just think she's one of the most badass characters I've ever seen. And you got a couple of them in High School DxD. I actually like Professor Bitch a lot, too, in Assassination Classroom. And then you have Nico Robin. Oh. And, her name's gone on my head right now. You know who else I really like? God damn it. It was one of the names that usually stuck with me, too. Nami's quote-unquote sister. I can't remember her name. I liked her. There's just something about her that I really like, too. So I'm going to try to copyright you should take directly to court. Mega would not get involved. Yeah, that's what I like about Mega, Brother E. It makes it a lot. It makes it better for me. It doesn't make it foolproof, but it certainly makes it better. Cowboy Bebop was great, Diego. Cowboy Bebop was fantastic, especially Radical Edward. Radical Ed is one of my all-time favorite characters. I just wore that. I have one of my favorite anime shirts I have is of Radical Ed. It's a really nice design. Yeah, she was cool. I don't know. There was just her voicing, her demeanor, her care, everything about her. She was just so cute, and she was, oh man, is Toby still a good boy? No. Perfect Cell versus Moista Fista. Make it happen. That would be awesome. I want an anime based on Spazzoid's comedy. That would be fun. I wish I had the talents to do something like that, my friend. Omega says, didn't think it was possible, but someone is dealing with copyright worse than YouTube. So you mean somebody's got the way that they're handling copyright issues worse than YouTube? Yeah, that does seem hard to believe. And the sad thing is, Omega, YouTube had it right for a while. They were doing it fine. They did it to where, I mean, it wasn't a perfect system, but it was as good as they could get it. You know, somebody had a copyright complaint. They would strike the video, come to me as a creator, say this is why it happened. I would put in my counterclaim and basically saying, yeah, I'm willing to go to court over this. Let's have at it. And then it was up to them to make the next move. That's how it should be done. But then they switched it all and started with the auto block thing. And then auto block, they don't even care if something's within fair use. They just say, fuck it, we don't want to be bothered. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, yeah, we just got done catching up, Ryder, over at the Goosh. Just finished it's season 4, part 5. Yeah, we're all caught up on it. It was fantastic. I haven't seen Baki the Grappler yet. You name? Android 21 or Demon Bulma? Probably Android 21 of the two. Regular Bulma is on my waifu list too, just because I think she's a freak. Yeah, and I don't care how saggy Goku says her boobies are. She's still on my list. Madara is a great character. He really was, Dion. Madara is one of my favorite villains I've seen in anime. He was a really good character. Akeno, yeah, Igor, from DxD, Akeno was my number one. Absolutely. Absolutely. Akeno is just next level. Sexy, loyal, loving, kinky. Yep. And the kink is what elevated her to number one for me. Yeah. Yeah, Akeno is fantastic. I mean, Rias Gremory is gorgeous and everything, and she's on my waifu list as well, but Akeno is number one on that series. You're right, Maz. They need, places like YouTube need to get it established in law if they are a publisher or a platform. I could not agree with you more. Yep. I wish that would happen. You think Madara is overrated? Do you, Zero? I like him. I really liked him as a villain. The character I ended up hating the most in Naruto when it was over was Black Zetsu. Through most of the series, it had been Kabuto, and then the way things changed for him, especially after the Itsunami and everything, I didn't have that same vitriol towards him, but Black Zetsu, that cowardly little pussy hiding in mommy's sleeve when all the shit goes down, yeah, I hated him. We're watching Attack on Titan right now, William, over at our Patreon, the Goosh. We're watching it right now. Really, really good series. I'm enjoying that a lot. Yeah, Madara is a badass. I liked him. He is on my list of favorite villains I've seen. Although, and the name actually came to me this time. Usually it won't. Kisame is probably my favorite villain from that series, though. Anybody that goes out that badass, the way Kisame did, where it was like, yeah, you think you're going to get intel from me? I'm just going to call my shark friends to come eat me? Yeah, you're a badass. Tyler says, with the amount of subs you have on YouTube, is it really a steady course of income? Because I know some YouTubers struggle. What I make on YouTube, you got to remember too, most of our videos, and it's just because of the nature of the way the channel went, they don't get a ton of views as per the number of subscribers we have because we've changed direction several times here at the channel. So you have a lot of accounts that are still active but don't really watch a lot of the videos. So no, YouTube, I make some ad money from it. This time of year you make next to nothing because right when you come out of the holiday season, January and February is the worst time of year for ads. But as far as supporting me being able to do this full time instead of having to do other things, it's the Goosh, it's the Patreon that does the heavy lifting there, that supports us. The Goosh crew are just so good to me, and again, that's the appreciation I have is just indescribable. But yes, what allows me to put all my efforts into doing this is the Patreon. If the Patreon were gone, I would still do the YouTube channel, but I would be doing other things as well because it doesn't make that kind of money. Not enough that to have the type of income that I want to have. Then I would be back out on the road again, doing stand-up, doing hypnosis shows and things of that nature. Azure. Hey Curtis, just became a patron. Well, welcome to the Goosh. Alucard versus Cell. See, that's I like both of those characters. But yeah, I'm not. Well, Cell has next worldly abilities. Of course, everybody in Dragon Ball does. So probably, I would think just off the top of my head, if you really broke down their abilities, Perfect Cell would come out on top. But I'd still have to. Alucard's still my boy. Zero says your Patreon support is insane. You have a great community. We do. We really do. We have a great, fun community over there. It's one of my favorite things every day is because we post at least 3 vids a day. Posting those 3 vids and then getting to go in and have the conversations. And even when it's not conversation, just read the comments on the videos and stuff. Yeah, it's the best. Let's see. No, I still haven't seen the Super Broly movie. I still gotta sit down and watch that. Alex says, I thought you were going to say you go back to doing porn to make money. See, the thing is, I could go to making porn, but I can't imagine anybody's going to pay me for it. I could be the comic relief guy, I guess, for the guy with the real penis comes in and actually bangs the chick. Maybe that. At least YouTube is handling the COPPA situation better. Just a shame how people don't understand concept of it. Just don't advertise your content for kids under 12. Absolutely right. And I've been trying to tell, well, you guys know, trying to tell people that from the start. Listen, the government's not looking to come get you. Just make sure that if your content is geared specifically to kids under 12, mark it as such. It's that simple. Did Jeffrey Epstein kill himself? CD, I am one of the most conspiracy theory guys you'll ever seen. But no, Epstein did not kill himself. Nothing will make me believe that. Let's see. Pizza time where I put some dirt in eye? I don't know what that means, Toby. Madara had the most BS death and was the best villain. No lie, Kishimoto pulled that shit because he legit couldn't think of a way to defeat Madara. I've heard that before. Solution, introduce a stronger villain. Brilliant, Igor says. But I had heard that before, that Kishimoto felt he had painted himself into a corner with Madara. The royal family killed Epstein. Oh boy, let me tell you. Yeah, the royal family was... Ooh, you got to kind of wonder, don't you? Of all the people mentioned, including Clinton, potentially Trump, I think less likely with Trump because he had parted ways with him. But yeah, supposedly the dirt on members of the royal family was pretty deep. Shadow Beast, we watch, the anime we watch is all dependent on what people vote in at the Goosh. Curtis Ryder says, please watch anything in the porn world. You have your audience for sure. Hell, I'd watch out of respect. Epstein killed Harambe, Kaiser Bob says. Iran putting 80 million. Are they really? UB name, I hadn't heard that. Iran putting 80 million on Trump's head. Well, the thing with that though is it might make them feel better, it might look good. Do you know how many within this country and outside this country? Do you know how many enemies Donald Trump has? Listen, you could name a number, $100 billion on his head. It's not going to make any difference in the day-to-day routine because there's already plenty of people that want to take him out. And to be fair to any U.S. president, although there's probably even more danger for Trump. Yes, agreed. HD says, fuck COPPA, the main problem is still Article 13. Yeah, couldn't agree with that more. Excuse me. Duke says, isn't there a Tiny Peter genre in Pornhub? I would think so. It's gotta be. Gotta be. Trump now has a one-piece bounty. Yeah, pretty much, Flame Enforcer. Yeah, of course I miss Filthy Frank. I think we all do. He was so good. My favorite part of Assassination Classroom? Well, I just watched the last episode of season 1, so I'm not all the way through. Koro Sensei, the character himself is fantastic. I like Karma too. Karma is an awesome character. It's from, oh, okay. Pizza Time is reference from Spider-Man 2. And Put Some Dirt in Your Eyes from Emo Peter and Spider-Man 3. Gotcha. Which villain I hate most? Madara or Goku Black? I think Madara was a better villain in his series than Goku Black was in his. And I'm not to disparage Goku Black. I just think Madara is one of the top shelf villains. So I don't know if it's who you hate more, but I think Madara was a better villain. Trump's body is exactly the same as Luffy's, actually. That's kind of cool. Conspiracy is the perfect method to cover up Black Ops operations and assassinations. Yeah, well, again, that the whole thing with Epstein, though, I don't need to tell you guys. Come on. That's just too many coincidences that the guards didn't happen to do their rounds and those cameras didn't happen to be working. And this is a guy on suicide watch. Come on. Of course there was something nefarious going on there. Madara wasn't meant to be hated, Igor says. Honestly, most of the Naruto villains weren't. They were twisted individuals who believed they were doing the right thing. Yeah, for the most part, that's true, I think. Yeah, you might see them as misguided, but they thought they were doing the right thing. I wouldn't say that can make you, that absolves you from being hated, but it changes the type of villain you are, I guess. Brother E, so today in the news, de Blasio made a statement about bumping up the New York City security because of the Iran situation. I'm annoyed how he's putting fear for the citizens instead of reassuring their safety. Well, that's what it is, Brother E, because to stoke that fear, he feels would benefit him more politically, without question. De Blasio is garbage as far as I'm concerned. I can't stand Bill de Blasio. And that's exactly what he's doing. It's all about the political maneuvering. And even if you are bumping up New York City security, you don't need to make that public knowledge. Just do it. If you feel like it needs to be done, just do it. The only reason there is to talk about it is because it can make you it can ingratiate him more with his far left buddies. That's all it is. Naruto was a fun time, Cesaro. We really did have a good time. All of us together watching those. It was. Oh, me too, Loki. Smokey Loki says, still waiting for spandex ass beating in One Piece. I hate spandex. Oh man, I can't. He hits Nico Robin one more time. I'm gonna have a goddamn aneurysm. It's terrible when a character's got you so wrapped up that I actually want to punch my fucking monitor. Let's see. Hey Curtis, how can I easily find all your unedited reactions to MHA? Well, there are no unedited ones because they never existed, but the lightly edited ones are all at Patreon at the Goosh. You just they don't have a good search function, unfortunately, at Patreon. But you just go in and use the My Hero Academia tag, and you'll find them all. Every time I started hating on a villain, the writing made me cry for them, Igor said. Zabuza, yeah, he's a good example. Zabuza, Haku, Gaara, Sasori, Itachi, Nagato, Obito, Madara. Oh, shit, yeah. I ended up really liking Zabuza. What I liked about Zabuza that really struck me was when he got brought back, and one of the first things he asked was how Naruto was and everything. Yeah, Zabuza ended up being a really... Oh, no problem, Azure. Zabuza ended up being a really, really good character. I like him. Brother E says, exactly, just wants to leverage for election time. It's frustrating to even announce that because there is so much security already. Even our decrepit subway cops are flocking around. Yeah, that's 100%, Brother E. Because again, even if he genuinely felt like, which makes no sense, why would the Iran issue have anything to do with security in New York City? He thinks there's going to... Do you not think that if the Iranians and the Iranians who backed the terrorists had an opportunity to strike, they weren't going to do it anyway? They're not holding back. They're being held back from doing it. It's just, again, it's politics. That's all it is. Zabuza's arc, pretty much the Naruto tutorial and the Chunin exam arc, was the true start of the series. Yeah, Igor. Well, Zabuza was like the first big fight. Yeah, I agree. That was really good. My opinion on what, Poppy? Hit me with it. Curtis, you can either fuck Bulma or Police Girl. Choose Police Girl. I like Bulma and everything, but we're talking Police Girl here. Is the super chat system broken or something? I don't think so, Big Green. I don't think so. No, we've had a few, right? Yeah, because hold on, maybe I'm... Yeah, I think we did. I don't have another page. Oh yeah, Azure just did one. That's right. And I was just gonna say Omega Project had been doing them. No, I think it's okay. Who knows? Might be working for some people and not for others. You guys know how freaking YouTube works and doesn't work. Wise choice. Okay, I'm down with that, Caps. Oh, who who has the saddest life, Itachi, Scar, or Yamcha? The guy says. I guess there are a lot of different ways you can approach or define sadness. It's tough to be any sadder than Yamcha. Sexy Day, did you ever have to fight in backstage wrestling? Everybody's had their go rounds. Yeah, I had a couple of tussles. Part of it. And you know, in many of the later years too, in some of the groups I worked for, I was one of the locker room bosses too. So yeah, sometimes. Yamcha ended up making bank playing baseball. No, it's the only thing he ever could do right, Maz. Yosemite Yamcha had a life, Matt says. Who would you rather share a room with, Shao Tucker or regular Kabuto? You got to be more specific. Would I be allowed to kill them? Because believe it or not, even regular Kabuto, I'd rather kill Shao Tucker than him. Even when Kabuto was being the smarmy asshole he was. Poppy says, if you were to go from being told you have epileptic seizures to then be told it's not epilepsy to being told you have two types of seizures, how would you feel? Well, I don't think anybody would welcome that diagnosis, Poppy. It's all of it sucks. I mean, to have any types of seizure sucks, and we go through it all the time, of course, with my stepdaughter. So no, none of it's going to make you feel good. Oh, the super chat isn't working for you, Omega? Uh-oh. Let me go look at something. Let me make sure I don't that there isn't something going on with YouTube now, because sometimes that means that our stream, and let me see if I got an email, that our stream got hit with something. I don't have. No email came in saying that somebody's got a problem with the stream or anything. It could be just a glitch. Hold on, come on. Comment. Not seeing anything there. Hold on, there's one more place I can look. I just like to make sure that there isn't something. Oh shit, I don't need this one open anymore. There isn't something else going on. Do you think Alucard would go to Starbucks? Yes. Well, let me make sure we got no issues. I'll look on my dashboard here and make sure that everything is still good. Because you never know with YouTube. Again, I age restricted my Grand Theft Auto gameplay, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them do something like tell us that we can't live stream or have super chats or something. Let's see. Channel. Nope. Live streaming. Super chat. Nope. Super chats are enabled. No, I don't know, guys. It's got to be a glitch then. Oh, works for me. Oh, and Tai. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Tai. Did I say that right? Is it TY2I? Yeah, Tai. Thank you for doing that for me. Just to let me know. Well, typically that would be where I would go first, is just figuring it's just another YouTube screw up. But with them, you never know. Because I went through, of course. Oh, the hell! Oh, I changed my background and didn't even realize it. You got me in the background now. Well, we'll just go with the green screen because we're almost done with the stream anyway. That was funny. But with YouTube, you never know. Again, having just streamed GTA 5 and I immediately went in and marked it as adult content, you would think that makes everything okay, but who knows? Let's see. Sexy Day. What's it like to backstage fight? Was there anyone stop it? How does it work so it won't get out of hand? Typically, when there's a beef backstage, when there's a shoot, excuse me, guys will break it up. Yeah. I mean, a lot of times it depends on the situations. If two guys just feel like they need to get it out of their system, sometimes guys will stand back. let them get in a couple shots at each other. Certainly, if somebody gets up on somebody else and somebody's going to get seriously hurt or something, guys will usually break it up. Yeah, but more so as I got later in my career, more so guys would jump in early and try and break it up. I see his whole house was just a green screen, just like the fake samurai sword. That's right, brother E. We knew it all along. Oh, thank you, J3. That's very nice of you to say. Oh, no problem, hot dog. That's the thing. Tai Tai already checked it for me, and his super chat went through. It's just got to be a glitch. Actually, I could have probably tried it myself, right? Let's see. Let's see if I can send a super chat. Uh, let me see. Let's see if mine goes through. Buy and send. Oh, jeez. I don't even remember. No, I don't want to use that. Okay. There we go. I gotta put this in. Oh, yeah. And that's. There we go. Yes, it worked. There you go. So we know they work. I didn't even think about that I could try them myself. um. Oh, Lude, it's we're just getting ready to pack it in. Unfortunately, it's been an hour and 11 minutes. Yeah, the notifications were next to nothing on here. Our Arcanine, did I get a shot at WWE, CW, WCW? No, I never tried out for them because when I first broke in, when I lived down in New Mexico and went over to Texas to work with the big boys, when I found out how many days a year you were on the road, it wasn't for me. I decided I wanted to stay in the indies. Yeah, I listen to some of Joe G's music. It's quite good. A lot of people are saying, brother, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is excellent. One of my best friends was just talking about the other day. He just got it and saying how good it was. At least you got to see me coming out of the closet. Well, I thought it was kind of a big move. But you guys, come on, you guys were all knew it had to happen at some point. You missed a super chat your own. Yeah. So now that I've announced I'm out of the closet, what am I going to do? Probably just go right back in again, Jamie. I have a difficult time staying with my decisions. I should have said I've gone gay. I should have said bye. Yeah, that was probably a a misfire. Yeah, because I still want my police girl and stuff. I have a kennel worker interview tomorrow. Kind of nervous. Any advice? The only thing I'd say in interviews, Edwin, is best advice I can give, and I know it doesn't sound like much, is just be honest, be yourself, and be real. Don't 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 ever answer a question how you think they want you to answer. Answer it legitimately. I know it's not a lot of help, but that would be my best advice. That would actually be kind of cool, Smokey Loki. I want to see an anime based off of Mad Max. That would be kind of cool. I could see that. Yeah, yeah, that would sure. And living in that post-apocalyptic world and everything, that would make for a really good anime. I like that. What duo had the better character development, Naruto and Sasuke, or the Elric brothers? Ooh, I like both. The development of both. Of the two, for me, it would be by a hair. It would be the Elric brothers, but I like the way all those characters were developed. Fake it till you make it. Kind of crazy how the patrons have allowed you to be employed watching anime and running a channel of. You got into anime thanks to the channel. Oh, absolutely, Zero. I give you guys credit for all of that. Yes, and like I say, and it's the Patreon that allows me to do this full time. Absolutely. I'm very, very fortunate person. Overlord, we already did. Oh, Overlord is really good. Yes, that's at the Goosh already, Matt. Yeah. Overlord is was real good. I enjoyed that a lot. Yep, I did. Would you be willing to have hentai based on you? Willing, I'd be honored, Jamie. L or light? L. Light gets a little too arrogant for me sometimes. Well, they both have a level of arrogance, but L still. How much did Jiren piss you off attacking everyone that was eliminated during his fight with Goku? I know. Oh, Jiren, yeah. I almost forgotten about that. Yeah. Jiren could be a dick. When Goku got control of Eight Tails or when Naruto went Super Saiyan? Ooh. That one's a toss-up. Those are both great moments. Naruto went... wait. When Naruto went Super Saiyan... Oh, so you want to... When Naruto got control of Eight Tails or when Goku went Super Saiyan. Okay. Yeah, that's a toss-up. I compare the EU as world government from One Piece. Well done, HD. Goku or Vegeta? I'm Goku, Spaz Kids Vegeta. We talk about that all the time. Neither one of them is my favorite character in the series, but of the two, I like Goku, and Vegeta is his favorite character. Big dog, big nuts. We need a shirt for that quote. Oh, that game is so fun. It really is. Yeah, it did take me a second to to read through it accurately. Have you ever thought of playing the Harry Potter games? No, Michael, only because I haven't seen the movies, or read the books. So that's the only reason, it wouldn't be on my list, because I haven't seen them yet. Because, well, what if I want to sit down and watch them sometime, and hopefully get to go to Universal Studios, because I really liked all the Harry Potter stuff in there, and I don't even know anything about the series, but those Harry Potter lands were awesome in there. No, I haven't been spoiled at all, Pillowcase. Our group is really, really good about that. Especially, with it being over at the Goosh, where it's all that nice little community. You don't have people just popping by like you do on YouTube, where some people just want to be a jerk and try and spoil things. So, no, between that and the mods protecting me in the live streams, no spoilage at all. And One Piece has been fantastic. Hey Curtis, do you think Naruto would have been more justified to attack the Leaf Village than Sasuke? Do you think he would have been more justified? No, I wouldn't say he'd have been more justified. I think Sasuke would have been more justified, would have had more reason to do so, certainly. Although I don't think at any point would attacking the village had ever honored Itachi like you would assume he would want to do. Hunter x Hunter is one of my all-time favorites. Hunter x Hunter was fantastic. It's Hunter x Hunter, One Piece. I mean, right up there at the top. Hunter x Hunter was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. Getting drafted for World War III video? No, I haven't seen that one yet, Igor. I haven't seen that. I don't know enough about Pokemon to know for sure, Jamie. Most of what I know from Pokemon is just Spaz Kid still collects Pokemon cards, and I played a little Pokemon Go, but I don't know enough about them to really be able to say. Unfortunately, guys, I'm gonna have to. I didn't even know it's a little after 4 o'clock here. I'm gonna have to hang it up. Thank you guys for hanging out with me in this stream. This was a blast. I love these streams where we just sit and chat. Tomorrow, I'm hoping. Now, again, you never know, something could go wrong. But if the day goes like I planned, we will be back in Minecraft, because I want to get down in that cave that we just discovered, and I want to go down, kill everything that I got to kill, get it lit up, so hopefully I don't get attacked constantly, and I want to mine the shit out of that down there. I'm anxious to do it, and kind of terrified to do it, because I'm afraid that I'm going to get killed, and I'm going to be so stressed out if I die in that thing. But yes, thank you. Sexy stream as always, CD says. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, unless something goes wrong, I'll see you tomorrow. And aside from that, I'll see you around the channel anyway. And as always, pamfu. Sticky stuff. Everybody. Sticky stuff for everybody. Share the sticky stuff amongst yourselves. We'll bang. Okay. Flashily like Buggy. And as always, and most importantly, goosh, 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 goosh. Goosh.